I feel the Spirit moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me.
Well, there's a story that's told about an incident that happened during the 30s in New York. One of the coldest days of the year. And the world was in the grip of the Great Depression. And all over New York, people were starving, having a difficult time. And it happened that the judge was sitting on the bench that day, hearing a complaint against a woman who was charged with stealing a loaf of bread. And she pleaded that her daughter was sick and her grandchildren were starving because her father had abandoned the family. But the storekeeper, whose loaf had been stolen, refused to drop the charge. He insisted that an example must be made of this poor old woman. The judge sighed. He was reluctant to pass judgment on this woman, yet he had really no alternative. He said, "I'm sorry." He turned to her and he said, "But I can't make any exceptions. The law is the law. I sentence you to a fine of $10. And if you can't pay, I must send you to jail for 10 days. As you can imagine, the woman was heartbroken. But even as he was passing the sentence, the judge reached into his pocket for the money to pay the $10 fine. He took off his hat. He tossed the $10 bill into the hat and then addressed the crowd. He said, "I'm also going to impose a fine of 50 cents on everyone here in the room. Because you live in a city where a person has to steal bread to save her grandchildren. So please collect the fine, Mr. Bailiff." And his hat was passed around. And he said, after it's passed around, pass it to the defendant. And so the accused went home that day from the courtroom with $47.50, 50 cents of which had been paid by the shamefaced grocery storekeeper who had brought the charge against her. And as the defendant left the courtroom, the gathering of petty criminals and New York policemen gave the judge a standing ovation. And that is a true story. And the story is titled "The Wise and Compassionate Judge." And this judge in this story gives us an amazing example of love and compassion, a skill that we're going to work on today for each one of us. Have you ever done anything in the past that was embarrassing? And you still remember it today? And most likely everybody else who was involved in it has totally forgotten about it, right? But you still remember it. And does it ever pop up from time to time and you go, "Oh man, I wish I had done that differently"? Give me a little wink or a finger in the air if that was you, right? Because I think all of us have done something like that. Our caveman brains have a negativity bias. And this negativity bias affects our mental health. It affects our decision making. And our caveman brains, you've probably heard this before, are like Velcro to negative thoughts and Teflon to positive thoughts, right? We hold on to the negative and the good stuff just slides right on through. Ever notice? When our caveman brains tend to dwell more on the negative than on the positive. And when we're thinking about the future, humans are mostly envisioning what could go wrong. Ever notice? Negativity bias causes many people to have depression, to have anxiety, to have insomnia, and unfounded general pessimism. Negativity bias can significantly affect our emotions, our motivation, our behavior, and our relationships. From an evolutionary perspective, humans lived in a very dangerous world as cavemen. Our ancestors had to worry about being killed by bears and primates and snakes and wolves and big cats like the saber-toothed tiger. And the individuals who were more anxious, the cavemen who were more nervous, who were more cautious, were able to survive and reproduce more than those who were not. So this caused a selective evolution in this consciousness where we, as humans, it perpetuated these ideas of fear, and a lot of us operate our lives out of that fear. And this selective pressure caused our ancestors to evolve into very negative thinking creatures. And of course, imagine living 200,000 years ago alongside hungry tigers. You think you hear something in the grass, right? So your alert goes up and you're watching and you're thinking, I want to see that lion or tiger that comes out of the grass so that I have enough time to get away. But 95% of the time, it's nothing. It's a squirrel or a smaller animal or even something that we could eat moving the grass. But there's a 5% chance that it could be a hungry lion. And so we have learned, our ancestors learned, to be cautious, to be ready, to be prepared, to run, to be anxious, to get our system moving so we can get the heck out of there. And as caveman evolved, the anxious caveman survived, and the less anxious cavemen and cavewomen didn't. And it made sense to imagine the worst and to dwell on the negatives so you could survive in the harsh environment. But today, thank goodness, we're no longer on the food menu, right? We don't have to worry about being eaten when we walk out to our cars, right? I can pretty much assure you that there's nothing out there that's going to eat you. Maybe a mosquito, right? But there is no lions and tigers and bears on the property. Hasn't been for a while, at least in the hour that I've been here this morning. So this negativity bias has hardwired our brains so that we are always thinking of the negative things that could possibly happen. And this affects the way we live, the way we love, and that we show up in the world. So, caveman brain kills, bliss brain heals. And we're going to talk today about how can we acquire this bliss brain. Right? This brain that isn't focused on the negative, but it's focused on the positive. It's focused on being in a blissful condition in the moment so that we live our lives from this blissful state. So what if there was a simple thing that you could do? Something that you could do for 12 minutes a day. And research shows that if you do that for 8 weeks, you can actually begin to reshape, reprogram, reformulate, impregnate your mind with a different way of being. Would you do it? It's only 12 minutes a day for 8 weeks. Would you do it? Well, you're lucky because it's available today for $19.95. So we're going to talk about how you can do that today, and I'm going to make it really easy. I've written the process out so you can take it home with you and you can practice it in your home. Now, this research comes from Dawson Church, PhD. He's an award-winning author, and in his book, Bliss Brain, he integrates cutting-edge neuroscience and research and firsthand experience to show us how we can rewire our brains so that we come from a place of love instead of fear, so that we're present in the moment instead of thinking fearfully about the future. Research shows that the loving kindness meditation produces more beneficial brain changes than other types of meditation. However, of course, all meditation is helpful, but the particular meditation we're going to look at today has been scientifically proven to change our brains. The researchers measured the telomeres, or the end caps of our chromosomes. Telomeres are the most reliable biological marker of aging, and they typically, in a person, an animal, get shorter by 10% every year. And so your telomeres are what help the chromosome to split and replicate itself in a healthy way. If we have short telomeres, right, attached to our chromosomes, we age faster, or the quality of our life diminishes. Wow. And there isn't a way that they know of right now to stop the deterioration of our telomeres, but what they know is that we can, that we can sort of keep it where it is, right? So they're not diminishing, but they're staying the same. And through this meditation, it's been shown that people can maintain the length of their telomeres. Are you interested? So the research shows that people who practice loving kindness meditation showed no significant telomere shortening over time. By contrast, a study of people under stress were linked to a drastically reduced lifespan and drastically reduced telomeres. Wow, it's like, I want that, yeah? $19.95. I might even reduce it to $9.95 actually right now. So you can begin to create your bliss brain today. And I'm going to take you through that process and through this loving kindness meditation. Because as we know, caveman brain kills, bliss brain heals. Neuroplasticity, which is the discovery that the brain is capable of rewiring itself, is now widely understood and accepted in the scientific community. But few people really know how fast this can happen. So practicing the loving kindness meditation has some really powerful benefits. First of all, it causes states of peace, love, compassion within us. It also empowers us to have compassion for others. And I believe it's a combination of all these things that make this meditation so powerful. It also, I've skipped ahead, sorry there. It also creates powerful, positive neural pathways in our brains. It enhances the flow of good chemicals in our brains. practicing this meditation helps to raise the level of dopamine in our system, which is kind of a feel-good drug that some people experience with psychedelics or THC. Even though scientists recommend that you use the meditation and not the drugs to acquire these states and experience these chemical reactions in our brains. And this loving kindness meditation also puts us in a bliss state. The beauty of this is when you practice this meditation, you're going to feel the difference in your mind and your body. If you practice it every day, it will change your life, change the way you live, change the amount of happiness that you have, change just the way that you are to make life more satisfying and to make you happier. So Rama's going to come up and she's going to take us through a loving kindness chant, and then we'll go into the meditation. And this is by Karen Drucker.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. Let's sing you. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. Let's finish with I am filled. I am filled with loving kindness. I am well. I am peaceful and at ease. And I am happy.
I invite you to bring your attention to your breath. Sit comfortably and relax into your chair. To breathe. To notice how the breath moves in and out from your body. And as you breathe in and exhale, relax. And turn your attention to your heart. Imagining that you can actually breathe into your heart. And relax. And breathe into this feeling of connection with your mind and body, with your spirit. And allow any thoughts to evaporate. And just let go. To be present right now. And imagine that we can put this feeling that we have into words. And say to yourself with your inner voice, may I be filled with loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. Breathing in and breathing out. Filled with loving kindness. Being well. Being peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. And now I invite you to think of someone that means a lot to you. Someone in whose presence you can relax. Someone that gives you the opportunity to feel fully appreciated. Appreciated for who you are. And feel the sweetness of this heart connection. And as you offer this person the following words, imagine that the person is touched by them and experiences happiness and peace. And you say to them, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. And now, bring to mind another person. Perhaps someone you met casually. Could even be someone that you don't know. A neighbor or just someone you saw in their car on the way here this morning. And as you think of them, wish them well. And as we repeat these words again, imagine that they receive the full benefit of these words. Gone are their aches and pains. Gone are their material worries and concerns. Imagine that as your wishes touch them, their hearts and minds are at ease. And you say to them, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. And imagine that they receive these words. And now imagine someone that challenges you. It could be someone you know personally or someone that you know of who triggers you. You might even think of this person as unworthy of your kind consideration. But as you invoke them in your mind's eye, let go of your uncomfortable feelings towards them. You might even imagine them as a young child, vulnerable. Can you include this person in your well wishes? And imagine that you're saying to this person, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. And imagine that their hearts are open and they receive these words. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. And finally, this last time, imagine that you can include all life on our planet. Imagine that you could even broaden your scope of compassion and offer these words to the universe. To all life, to all energy, to all stars and planets, galaxies. And say to all of these, as you include yourself, may we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. Again to the universe. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. Imagine that these words and this practice bring about deep healing for yourself, for all life. For the planet Earth and out into the universe. And let's just sit for a moment in the midst of these words and hold these truths for ourselves and for all life. In the silence. And I invite you to begin to bring your awareness back to this moment. Bringing your attention again to your breath. Enjoying the peace and the contentment and the compassion. I hope that the loving kindness meditation will become a habit for you. I invite you to practice this meditation once a day for 8 weeks. Doing so will turn on the enlightenment circuit in your mind, in your body, in your spirit. And you'll be like the compassionate judge in the beginning story. And you will experience more resilience, more creativity, and more joy. And I invite you to bring your awareness back to this room, to open your eyes when you're ready, to focus on your breath and being present. So that's not where I wanted to go. There we go. All right, so I invite you at this time to prepare your love offerings. And as you do so, reflect on the value for you of changing your caveman or cavewoman brain to open up to the unlimited possibilities that the universe has for you. And I know that sometimes I feel like when I give, I kind of free myself up, right? Because I'm giving something that is meaningful to me and opening to the possibility of new ideas, new transformation, new ways of being. So I hope that is the case for you also today. And for those of you watching us on Facebook, you can make a donation to Unity on Maui by going to our website, which is www.unityonmaui.org, and hit our subscribe button. It's a safe place to donate, and thank you for doing that. And so as we're holding our gifts and loving them and blessing them and recognizing that we are prosperous, that we are givers, that we are part of the exchange of love in the universe, and to know that as you give to Unity on Maui, it helps us to continue doing the work that we get to do, and we are grateful for that. So as you hold your gift, let's affirm and pray together our affirmation and our prayer of prosperity by saying it together. Let's say it together. Through a grateful, giving heart, my mind and life overflow with the abundance of God's all-providing, infinite supply. And so it is. Namaste. All right. Thank you, loving Spirit, for these gifts that have come to us in love. We hold them, we bless them, we give thanks for them, knowing that they move through this ministry and out into the world. And we behold a world that's filled with love, with light, with peace, and with joy. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who helped to make this service possible today. Emily on camera, Bob on sound. Bob was here. You're seeing Robin's up here playing 3 instruments today and singing, and you should have seen Bob before the service, crawling around, trying to get everything coordinated and hooked up. And so thank you, Bob, for that and getting me hooked up. And thank you to our greeters and everyone who helps to put our service together today. Just got a few announcements today. Let's see. If you'd like to bring flowers on Sunday, it'd be awesome to have something live on the platform other than Robin and myself. And it would, wouldn't it? Yeah, we like life. And oh, by the way, I understand that Yana is here today visiting. She's going to be here for a couple of weeks.
No, just one more Sunday.
One more Sunday. Okay, I was thinking 2 Sundays, this Sunday, next Sunday. And Robin and Yana are talking about singing next week. So that's a very high possibility. Put that on your calendar. So you guys are committed now, right? So anyway, if you're interested in bringing flowers, you can sign up to the sheet next to our prayer box, and you can sign up for a particular Sunday, and let us know who you'd like us to mention as a blessing for that day as well. And also, we are invigorating our compassion team, and I am grateful to Kailani and to Joy for being a part of this and really reinstating it. And they're about making visits and sending cards and bringing food and giving rides to people and providing friendship for those of us that might be desiring these things. And if you feel like you'd like to be a part of our compassion team, let Joy know or Kailani know, and we'd love to include you in that as we continue to practice the compassion that we're about and sharing that with our community. Also, Mike has arranged a special service activity on February 17th, 18th, and 19th, the Friends of Kipahulu service trip. And there's going to be carpooling to the location and tent camping on cots or in cabins. So if you're interested in doing that and being a part of that, contact Mike. And the phone number is up there. It's 808-866-8622. And there's Mike right there. It's kind of another way of building community in our community. And the Course in Miracles class, of course, meets here every Monday from 4 to 5:30. And if you're a course person, come check it out. If you're just looking for a time during the week to have some spiritual nourishment, come and check that out as well. And every Thursday, speaking of spiritual enrichment, we do a meditation right here, and I'm thinking for the next few weeks I'm going to do the loving kindness meditation as part of the meditation that we do from 12 to 12:30 on Thursdays. I thought it'd be kind of fun. We've been just getting together, and not just, but getting together and reading the daily word, spending time in the silence, and I'm thinking that over the next period of time, I'm going to introduce some different meditations. And so if you'd like to experience some of those, come and be with us on Thursday from 12 until 12:30. And let's see. Somebody said this statement to me sometime in the last week. Worrying is praying for something you don't want. And I started thinking about that, and I thought, wow, that is so true. And that will make a great talk title and a fun thing for me to share with you. I'll be sharing that next Sunday right here at 10 o'clock. And if you want to take this information home with you, I've created what I call a Walk Your Talk. It's available in the back. It'll also be on our website, in our newsletter, or not in our website, in our newsletter that goes out on Thursday. And you can take the things home and try this on your own. And you know what? Let's just give it away for free. What do you think? It wasn't 1999. Wow, would that be exercising the compassion that we're talking about? Oh, for gosh sakes, we are living the truth that we're teaching here. So that's available in the back. It looks like this. All right. And let's see. Well, I've got one more thing. So remember, when you go out into the world, keep your heart and your mind wide open. Be kind to one another. Take care of each other. Tell the truth. Always do your best. Explore new paths. Have fun. Know that you are loved like crazy. Give thanks for all your blessings. And above all else, love. And you will see wonderful things in this world. So, I invite you to stand, and if a few of you like to come up here and stand on the platform so folks at home can see that there are live bodies doing this great work up here. There you go. And so we'll pray the prayer for protection, and then we'll sing the peace song together. So let's begin by saying the prayer for protection together. Together! The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is. God bless you, friends. Thank you for being here today. You are a blessing to me, and to us, and to the world.
Where I live, there are rain.